Cortex.
Activate. Escape vessel. Protocol missing.
Okay, that's interesting. So I'll be coming back here. That's good to know.
This must be Lambda, where Catherine is.
Okay. Got another achievement, chasing Catherine. We haven't seen Mr. Roboto in a while, so I'm assuming we're gonna run into him here. And I'm assuming that that's what Catherine was experiencing. She was asking what was going on out there. Oh, what the fuck?
Catherine?
Be quiet! Don't look at it!
Don't look at what? What am I not looking at? Oh. Okay, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Do I just move backwards? Okay. I'm assuming it's still there, so I'm not gonna look.
I'm right next to you.
No, not you two. I was really hoping you were human.
Don't let the circuitry fool you. I was human once.
Can't take any more. Everything's fucked. I give up. There's nothing left.
Calm down. It's not the end of the world.
You sure? It sure as hell looks like it. For all I know, there's no one left except for me.
What do you mean? I'm right here.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I meant any humans left except for me.
Have you looked at yourself lately? You're a walking, talking diving suit with some electronics slapped on for good measure.
I don't...
You don't want to think about it? We'll start thinking about it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be this. I want out.
Before you do anything hasty, could you help me with something?
What?
I was trying to find out what happened with my project when that brute knocked me to the ground.
Your project? How could anything possibly matter when you know you're a stupid robot in a stupid dead world?
Okay, focus. I need you to fix me so I can get back to work. Then you can sulk as much as you want.
You gotta be kidding, right? I think I have a better chance of building myself a time machine than of putting you back together.
I just need to access the computer. Oh, is that an Omnitool you're carrying?
Oh, the door opener? I picked it up at Upsilon where I woke up.
That'll have to do. Plug it into the terminal.
Sure, whatever.
You know what my theory is?
When the Omnitool is loaded, just plug my Cortex chip into the tool.
What's a Cortex chip?
It will be obvious. I'll eject it for you. Just grab the chip and slide it into the Omnitool. Come on, I just need you to do this one thing for me.
Sure, whatever.
Okay, so let's see. My theory, from what we've experienced at the beginning of the game when we first talked to one of these robots, is that the main character is actually one of these things. Because the first robot that we talked to, he kept saying, "What do you mean? I'm right here. I can see my hands and my feet." And then he goes on to say that when they're, I don't know, I still don't know if they're being like remote controlled or if their mind was extracted into their, data or whatever. but I think the main character is one of these things simply for the fact that he goes on to say that he could see his own hands and feet, but he was a robot. And every time he looks at his hands, he sees his hands. So I think their minds were extracted. That is what I am thinking. Yeah. So I think that that's what this whole thing is. But yeah, let's continue and we'll find out if I'm right. More than likely I am, but you know, whatever.
What did you want me to do?
The tool you're carrying. Plug it into the computer over there. Just plug it into the terminal.
Lambda Terminal 27 activated.
The Omnitool is ready now. Should be easy enough. Just pick up the chip and slide it into the Omnitool.
Why does a robot chip fit a door opener?
It's standardized connections.
Catherine? Alright, let's give this a try.
So she's gonna be the new AI that comes with me, because it's a new Cortex. Which is why she stopped talking. So does that mean our guy is an AI? If the Cortexes are the new AI that gets put into the system, are we an AI ourselves?
Custom Cortex chip found. Shutting down helper chain. Have a nice day.
Just pretty much anything will fit. Oh, this feels weird. I'm in the Omnitool? Thanks.
So, what's the project about?
My project. Oh, well, I saved all the people on the station as brain scans and put them into an artificial world. We were going to launch it into space to save it from, well, all of this.
Are you telling me that you were going to launch a computer world filled with people into space?
Yes. It was just a pet project at first, but it got really serious after the comet took out the surface. Then suddenly it became very important, and it was officially named the Ark.
That's appropriate. How far did you get?
I don't know. That version of me that I am. It came from a scan I did pretty early on. The living Catherine could very well have finished the project and launched it. I guess she could even still be alive. Weird thought.
So the talking robots, are they also scans you did?
They could be, but I doubt it. I'd expect much more sense if that was the case. All right, finally.
What's happening?
I managed to restore some data from the backup server. This should tell us everything we need. Oh. Could you do me a favor and run into the other room and have a look? I don't seem to be able to view the files in this condition. I need to know that the Ark is safe.
Sure, Kath.
Thanks. I'll unlock the door for you. Check the computer in the other room. What was it you said before? You're from Toronto?
Yeah, I just went in for a brain scan, and suddenly, here I am.
That doesn't make any sense. How? Why would anyone bring a scan from Toronto?
I think that's strange. What if I tell you it was back in 2015?
Whoa.
Wait. She even said it right there. Why would anybody bring a scan from Toronto? So when I sat down in the machine, it was 2015, and that guy was doing a scan. Did he rip a version of me onto like a hard disk? And then at the beginning of this game, when I woke up, did I get booted into a machine? Interesting. This game, as horrifying as it is sometimes, it is fucking starting to suck me in. I have to admit. The story for this is getting interesting. Right? Mind blown. Alright. Matthias Josic, January 12th, 2103. Message, Chris. I've stayed up all night. Seemed like a waste of sleep. I got the TV on in the background. The newscasters are covering the incoming comet like they were counting down for New Year's Eve. I know it's messed up, wishing you were here with me. I suppose if anyone has a chance to survive, this thing would be you guys below the waves. I hope you are able to go on if it's a life worth living. Looks like the shit's about to hit the fan. I better hit send before the shockwave reaches us. I'm proud of you, boy. Dad. Welcome back, doggy. How are you, sir? You are missing some mind-blowing shit here, doggy.
There's really no way around this. A freaking comet killed the planet.
Afraid so.
You were all stranded down here.
And we were the lucky ones. Not making any sense to me.
You say something?
Sorry, still trying to figure out how you got here.
Keep at it. I'd really like to know who thought sending a Canadian to the bottom of the sea was a good idea.
Okay, doggy, I am going to recap this for you. So after you left, we're strolling around down here trying to figure out, where we are, why we're here. And we're recapping on some stuff that happened earlier on in the game, which I think you were there for. So you know how we're sitting here talking to these robots, right? We just ran into another robot, and she's kind of putting some stuff together here for us. I'm thinking that our main character is one of those robots that we keep seeing that's like just, half broken on the ground. And the reason for that is because the very first robot that we sat and talked to was saying that he sees his own hands and feet, that he's right there. He's human, but he's not. We saw he's a robot. And then we just saw the second robot here. So this is bringing me to the conclusion that our main character is actually in a robot. So in the very beginning of the game, we sat down in a chair to get a brain scan. So what we pieced together so far is that they took a scan of my brain and put it on like a card, and then decades later, whatever, like a decade later, or is it a century later, because it's 2100. Anyways, so we sat down in that chair in 2015, and the year that I've been seeing on all of these dates is 2105, right? So a century later, that scan of my brain at that time is on a card, which was then put in one of these robots that we're walking around in. And he doesn't want to believe it, because when he looks down, he sees his own hands and feet. But that very first robot that we seen said that he sees his own hands and feet, that he's right there. So what we're coming to believe is that our main character is actually just an AI himself. So yeah, let's continue. It's some mind-blowing shit, man. And one thing that I left out was she just finished saying like a minute ago. She just finished saying she's trying to figure out why anybody would want to bring a scan from Toronto down here. So that's another ding, another light bulb. Are we really just a scan? We look down, obviously we're not going to see anything,
What
but
happened before? That creature was strangely overbearing.
Yeah, it basically exploded with electromagnetism.
That's bad for us, right?
Confusing at least. Gives the senses a good punch.
Alright, and there's this creepy ass fucking creature. If we see it, we can't look at it. We still don't know what these are.